Hey guys, it's Lisa and welcome to my channel. I'm trying to get caught up on my videos and I know that I'm still a day behind, and also need to get caught up on reorganizing the store, namely my craft areas, so that I can find what I need, because after Christmas it just seems like everything's gotten moved from its place and piled up, and we're just spending way too much time trying to find what we need. So I'm trying to find some ways to get more organized. And one of the ways is that I take little boards, different size boards, and I've done this for a while, but I need to wrap some of my ribbon. But I take different size boards and I usually paint them and decoupage them, and then wrap my ribbons around it, and then just kind of pin it together with a straight pin. So that's what I'm doing, or that same concept here, but I'm using an old book. So I have a bookshelf, actually a couple of bookshelves in my back room where I can add some storage. So I just decided that if I did these on books, my plans were completely today to go through and make as many of those little boards as I could to put these on. And then I just happened to run upon a book, and I thought, why can't I do that same thing but use a book? And if your books aren't the color that you want them, this is one that has been painted, and I just didn't really finish doing anything with it yet. So that kind of makes it more dressy. I may at some point, when I find extra time, so it may not happen at all, but I may decide to add some painting and decoupage to some of the books. But I ended up just going to the thrift store and buying several hardback books. So one of the area thrift stores that I go to, one that's very close, sells their hardback books for $1 each. And so I just went and bought several. They even have a box just outside the door that they give you free books. You can pick some free ones from that. I only got one out of that. But I did find several books that will work. And I'm just going to wrap all my different ribbons. I'm very blessed with ribbon because I have some very, very sweet and generous viewers that send me ribbon. And I'm so grateful for that because I use it all the time. So because I use it all the time, I need to make sure that I keep it handy and I can find what I need. The way it is, I have a chest of drawers where I keep all my ribbons, or a lot of my ribbons that aren't wrapped on little boards. And those drawers get so bad that sometimes something will fall down behind, or something will stick out above and keep the other drawer from closing, or keep that drawer from closing. So I know that as crafters, many of you understand that trying to stay organized, the problem is very real. So, and for us in the store, it is extremely hard to do. Now, when I went and purchased some books today, I tried to find some of the Reader's Digest style, and I did find some of those, and I think that those are so pretty without having to do anything at all to them. But this one here is another one that I already had in my stash and had base coated it and was ready to do something with it, but hadn't yet. And when I wrap these ribbons, a lot of times, especially with those boards that I decoupage and paint, I try to put the ribbon on them that kind of coordinates with what the print that I have on it. But today I did that on some of them, but for the most part, I'm just trying to get my ribbons organized. So I didn't get to be as creative as I wanted to be and have as much fun with it as I wanted to have, but maybe later that will happen, and I can do that. But they're still gonna look really good. Just put in that little bookshelf, and I'll put them all in. I'll put all the colors together once I get everything done. Right now I'm just kind of placing them in there. And that way when I go to that shelf, I can find everything that I need, and I know exactly what ribbons I have. Now, I had a few of these wrapped before my sister suggested this. So she said, why don't you stick that ribbon on the inside of the book and press the cover down on it to start wrapping it. And I thought that was a great idea, so that's how I did the rest of these. And here again, I'm not really coordinating with this, but I did decide to use one of the books that had some purple on it to put this. Now this would be an easy one to really change up and maybe add a transfer or something to the top if you just have some little Dollar Tree transfers that you don't mind wasting. But I'm just going through, and again, I will coordinate where I can when it's easy and quick. So I did several of those books. Actually, I think I probably did 40 or so of those. And now I'm working on some of these little boards. And these are just some little boards that my husband cut out of whatever he had. And we decoupaged napkins on them, and now I'm wrapping the ribbon around these. And this works on the ribbons that maybe I don't have quite as much of. Now this next idea is a good way to organize some of your string. And in this case, I'm using yarns and twines and things like that. So you get a little tote of some kind. This is just one that I got at the Dollar Tree just to show you guys how you can do this. And I tried laying the ribbon down or the yarn down like this and then taking it through the sides. But then, in order to do that, then you have to lay one ribbon or one yarn on top of the other. And I just thought that it might slow down being able to pull this out and it unroll. So what I end up doing is taking these out and standing them up instead. And then you can start the string out one of the smaller holes on the top and be able to get to your ribbon just as well, except that to your yarn just as well. I keep calling it ribbon so that you can keep them separated. And then when you pull your ribbon, if you have to maybe move another one to be able to unroll it a little better, you can get to all of it very easily and still keep them in the same place. So standing them up was much better. But this is a great idea, I think, for your yarns. I said it right that time. Now I'm going to because winter right after Christmas ends up being more my spring cleaning time, and especially around the shop, having to try to get everything back together. I actually need to be doing some spring crafts, and I'm going to start those soon. But I first need to get organized, so it's not. It's a lot easier for me to do my spring crafts. But I'm going to have some different ideas that I can show you guys how to organize, or how I am trying to organize in the store. But these are just a few simple ideas that I'm showing you today to help myself get. My biggest issue right now is all of my laces and ribbons and my fabrics. I think my fabrics is the main reason that I wanted to get this organized before I start into really crafting. And fabrics are just really hard to store, and I put them in totes. I put them in clear totes, but then you have to pull them out. You have to in my case, I have to move things to get to them, and it just really hasn't worked out very well. So my sister had watched a video that someone did, and I wish I could remember her name, on how to organize fabrics. So that's what we're doing here. And this is a very simple idea also. She just took some of the white, the foam boards, the white foam boards, and cut them into sizes that would fit in the shelves that she was storing them in. And then she folded her fabric to where it was just a little bit smaller than that, and wrapped it around it, and pinned it on with a straight pin. And I'm sure a lot of you already do this, but I don't. Again, I just fold them up and stick them in totes and try to keep them organized, but it's not long till they're just terrible, and I just can't find anything. So, and when you do find it, it's all wrinkly. And if you don't have shelves for these, like I do, then you can always still do the same technique and put them in clear tubs or totes, and that would work also. But the lady that I learned this fabric wrapping from, she's a seamstress, and she has a channel, and I can't think of what the name of it is. My sister, like I said, found it, but I'm going to find it and link it in the description so you can see how she did it. She even did some of these boards for the fabric and just put them in drawers. So there's just a number of ways that you can do them if you don't have the means or the space to do it the way I did. And you'll see when you watch her video that she is a very, very organized person, way more organized than I am. And her shelves just turned out so cute because everything was color coordinated. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless you and your family.